Chapter 1, Plot 3, The Confrontation. After Mai pocketed the phone thinking it was the girls, he decided to keep it anyway. It wasn't just about the phone. It was the principle. You're gonna ride with us, drink our drinks, and as soon as you do not like one little thing, you leave with others? The next morning, Monte and his boys were out, determined to track down Mai, Murph, and Johnson. First stop, Brandon's barracks room. Brandon is a trip. A white boy fresh out of Maine, straight off a lobster boat or something, trying to live that Malibu's most wanted dream. Never even met a black dude until he enlisted. Now he stayed trying to overcompensate, wearing fitted caps slightly cocked, talking about yo, and 'cause like he grew up in South Central. Mai wasn't mad at it though. Matter of fact, he had plans for Brandon. See, Mai understood how the game worked in the military. If they were gonna move how they needed to move, building connections, making plays on and off base, they needed someone who could smooth things over if it got messy. Someone who didn't already have 2 strikes against him just by how he looked. Brandon was the perfect face for the operation. If they got pulled over, if questions got asked, Brandon could be the one to step up, flash a smile, talk clean, and keep the pressure off the real bosses. Turns out Mai didn't take the girls' phones. He took a phone from Monte's crew, and they figured out fast they were missing more than just some pride. Their iPhones were gone too. It didn't take long for suspicion to land right on Mai, Johnson, and Murph. They went through the barracks, cherry-picking each of the 3 one by one. May happened to be in Brandon's room at the time. Brandon, scared out his damn mind once they started pressing him, folded like a lawn chair, started singing without even needing a second verse. Gave them everything, who was there, where they stayed, all that. Johnson and Murph, though? Solid. Even when Monte's boys stormed their rooms, poking around for the missing phones, they did not give up a word. Real ones. Still, by the time the dust settled, Monte's crew, 8 to 12 deep, pulled up on them, barking wild in the courtyard between the barracks. May stood there, sizing them up. He knew how this could go, weeks of beef, operations sneaking around base, sucker punches, snitching. Nah, that wasn't his style. He was about to die this right here, right now. 1 versus all. Fuck it, Mai said under his breath, feeling that fire building in his chest. If I'm going to get jumped, I'm going to choose when. Instead of squabbling on base, Mai made a bold move. He agreed to ride with Monte's second-in-command to a spot-off post, a little backyard behind one of their homeboys' cribs, about 15 minutes outside. Imagine a dude Mai met through Brandon, who happened to be in the room at the time, wasn't going to let him go out like that alone. He rounded up Johnson too, just in case things got ugly. They rolled out, deep breath and all, pulling up to this raggedy backyard, half-torn fences and spotty grass patches under a humid sky. As soon as they stepped out the car, Mai peeled his shirt off. Body carved, mind locked in. No words, no warnings. Just fists flying. The fight was on. Chapter 1. Plot 4, My Name is Good in Any Hood. The backyard buzzed with tension. Fists clenched, jaws tight, the scent of sweat and cheap weed hanging thick in the humid air. Before Mai could even plant his feet solid, the biggest dude in Monte's crew rushed him, tackling him to the dirt. The plan was obvious: dash dogpile Mai, stomp him out before he could even get up. They knew Mai practiced martial arts. Some of them had even trained with him once or twice, half-hearted sessions at the base gym, but Mai never liked them. They were the types that got drunk and broke people's windows, jumped folks at clubs for looking too long, terrorized the streets with cowardly numbers. No real honor, no real heart. On the ground, fists and boots flying, Mai went into survival mode. Jeet Kune Do, efficiency, economy of motion. He slipped, blocked, and squirmed, using their weight against them to keep from getting pinned down completely. Like a coil tightening, he sprung up back to his feet, only for another dude to dive low and drag him back down again. They were terrified to let him fight standing up. They knew what would happen. Over and over, Mai up, them dragging him down, wild punches trying to break him. But the third time? The third time was different. Mai exploded off the ground, slipping a tackle like a running back, and without hesitation. A thunderous 1-2 right to Monte's chin. You could feel it. Monte's whole body wobbled like a tree about to fall in a storm. Even the girls standing nearby gasped, hands covering mouths, eyes wide. And as if God himself co-signed the moment on what had been a bright, cloudless day, the skies cracked open and heavy rain poured down instantly. The fight stopped. No one said a word. Just the sound of rain hammering the earth, washing the blood and sweat into the dirt. Monte stumbled, trying to walk it off, saving face, but his legs betrayed him, quivering, buckling, barely holding him upright. Mai walked over. They dapped up the universal language of "we done" and squashed the beef right then and there. But the story didn't end. Later that night, the real heads Davidson, Monte, and their second-in-command pulled up on Mai. Came correct this time. No loud talk. No threats. They wanted to recruit him. See, after the fight, Monte had made it back to the house, tried to act like he was good, but halfway through talking, he slumped unconscious, right onto the couch. Delayed concussion? When Davidson heard about it, heard how a lone soldier stood up against all of them and dropped the second-in-command without flinching, he got curious. He had to meet the kid himself. When they rolled up on Mai, the vibe was different. Respect in their eyes. An offer on the table? But Mai, he just shook his head. Cool, calm, collected. I am going my own path, he said. Simple, final. Davidson nodded. He knew a real one when he saw one. Chapter 1, Plot 3.